9:38 here, Big 550 KTRS. Every Tuesday, we check in with Pat Blassie from Altair Travel and Cruises, right there on Brentwood Boulevard next to Obie Clark. She's been there 35 plus years. She's 42 years old, and her name is Pat Blassie. Good morning, Pat Blassie.
Well, I'm glad you remembered my name. Thank you.
I'm here for
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Pat.
Kelly Jackson has a bone to pick with you.
I do not. I don't, Pat.
Oh.
But I did text you because I'm planning a trip, so I just texted
When did you text me?
Just about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, well.
I was going to say. Oh, my God, because I didn't see it. Oh, God.
She just texted you now, and she's very upset you haven't responded instantaneously.
Wow. Gosh. Well, you know, honestly, I'm feeling very philosophical this morning. I know they always want to know what we're going to talk about, and I didn't have anything specific, but I was just thinking about, McGraw, how small our world is, you know. Last weekend, you had the privilege of seeing, you know, the Triple Crown winner.
Right.
Oh, my God. And then a month ago, we're in this tiny country, Montenegro, and here I'm reading about it Sunday in the paper. Did you see there was a huge storm there? And it, you know, that little area, that channel that the ship came through, obvious it was the storm really impacted that little town that we came, you know, where they had the little church on the island.
Right, yeah.
Roofs were blown off. And then just an hour ago, I had made a telephone call to a chateau in France, right near Normandy, and I'm thinking, oh my God, our world is like, it's like, I was talking to this woman, it was about a client, and she was like, in my next block, you know, she was so clear and spoke wonderful English, and I was like, no wonder I love this business. But then I look at my home, and I know you're the same way. I love my home.
Right.
I love being home. My home is my sanctuary. My city is my sanctuary. It's like, you know, I know travel is not for everyone, but boy, it really opens your eyes to so many things.
You know, it's so true. You see the other side of the coin, and
you do.
Yes, yeah. You see that the people look at the exact same event from their point of view, and you're like, wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. It's you know, it's amazing. You know, we saw it there in Italy when we were in Venice, kind of in that off neighborhood where, you know, kids are going to school and families of women are hanging their laundry out on the line, and you know, it's crazy. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, crazy and wonderful.
Yeah, and well, you know, and it goes to show that, I mean, look how different we are, but really our differences are not that different, and our similarities are a lot more similar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's my mood this morning. I'm being a little, what am I saying? I guess philosophical to myself.
Don't get too excited about missing out on the Triple Crown. I also lost out on about $200.
Ooh, I didn't know you were
well, with all your cash, you can handle that.
Exactly. That's like chump change for McGraw.
Yeah, come on, McGraw. You know.
No, it was actually
jetting off to New York for the horse races and just returning home from Europe. And I mean, where are you off to next?
Yeah.
I'm headed to Cottleville as soon as I'm done with the show. So I was with Samantha and Kirsten. My nieces were there. And being the degenerate gambling uncle that I am, I was teaching them how to gamble on horse racing. And so Kirsten turns to me before one of the races and says, "Uncle McGraw, you're the best. You taught us how to play blackjack. Now you're teaching us how to bet on horse races. When are you going to teach us craps?"
Well, you know what? You got to have lessons in just everything. You have to be well-rounded, right?
Right, exactly.
Did they lose money too?
They didn't lose as much as their degenerate gambling uncle. But so here's a funny story. So when we were kids, they brought us to, this is to talk about generations and things. When we were kids and they took us to the track, one of the lessons they taught us was never leave the track with so little money you can't afford a pretzel. Okay?
Oh,
Because
okay.
when you leave the track and you don't even have money for a pretzel, you feel like a really big loser because you say, I don't even have money for a pretzel. That's how broke I am, right? So fast forward, now we go Saturday to Belmont, and I'm teaching them about, the trifecta and the daily double and you want to box it and this and that. And so I tell them, now look, one of the things, you can gamble, but make sure you have enough money for a pretzel on the way home. And I explained to them that that's how I was taught. So we're walking out, and there's 90,000 people there, so we're all walking out, and we walk by a guy selling pretzels. And Samantha turns to me and says, "Hey, McGraw, do you have money for a pretzel?" And I was like, "I have money for a pretzel. Do you have money for a pretzel?" And she, holds up a $10 bill. She's like, "I paid attention to you. I still got money for a pretzel."
That's cute. Love it.
Oh my God, that's great. It's so funny that I have sort of the same motto when I'm out on a shopping spree. I always say, "Oh, don't spend it all. Leave money for a pretzel."
Right, there you go.
Yeah. When I'm walking out the store with my package.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
That's funny. That is great.
Any trips to North Korea on the schedule from anyone at Altair Travel these days?
No, I haven't seen any good specials there lately.
All right.
But you know what? Let's hope. Let's hope.
Yeah, let's hope.
Down the road that there could be something like that. I know South Korea. I will share. I've not been there, but I know people and clients who have, and they think it's a great destination.
I'll tell you what, Singapore got a lot of good press out of this too.
Yeah.
What a beautiful city that looks to be.
Oh yeah, but don't litter. And don't do anything that they have the strictest laws, probably, well, I can't say of any country,
Right.
but of any major city. I mean, if you litter, you could be fined huge
Really?
dollars or carted off to jail or something like that.
Well,
but
it
is a beautiful city.
It is
It
beautiful.
looks it because it looked bad. I didn't see
Very pristine.
one wrapper of any kind there when the stuff
Yeah,
I was looking at. So,
Yeah.
all
The
right.
music rappers, maybe.
Yeah,
right?
there you go. Pat, be good. Thanks for checking in, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Take
Bye,
care.
Pat.
Altair Travel and Cruises for all of your travel needs, and maybe a little philosophical zen along the way too.
Yeah, I
Right.
like that.
Yeah. Altair Travel and Cruises, 314-968-9600 or altairtravel.com.